the reasoning behind creating a database connected to the Emergency Medical Consumables Framework Agreement is that by definition, within the framework, there are so many categories that are covered that it makes sense to have a database that provides buyers with all the various options. For example, the database has in excess of 5,000 products. So what we want to do is to enable a buyer to look across the functions of the framework agreement with a simple click of a button and can find products. So the database contains the 4 key areas, the 4 lots of the framework agreement. There's manufacturers, there's distributors, and there's wholesalers. The first 2 parts of the lots associated with the database, lots 1 and 2 in particular, are manufacturers. Lot 3 was distributors, and that's equipment and consumables, and lot 4 was wholesalers. And what the database does is allow a buyer to search across those lots. If a buyer runs out of a cannula and they need to buy a particular cannula that they've standardized on, then they can use this framework agreement to cover that shortage. So the database allows them to search for the supply chain code that they've got, the GTIN number if they're advanced in terms of scan for safety, product codes that they may have ordered, and it will get them straight to the point. So if you want airway products, for example, and you want to look at a whole range of products, not just a supplier's individual airway management products, you can look at every single offering across the patch. The other key part to the database is that you can search via categories. Those categories are predicated on the basis of the National Ambulance Load List. We designed that database to follow that methodology. The efficiency that can be gained from that is significant. For example, equipment, you can see the PAQ. And that's a one-stop shop. So again, the database facilitates not just a supply problem, but the ability to benchmark, the ability to look beyond. So it should enable buyers effectively to become more efficient, get what they need much quicker, move on to the next issue or problem or procurement activity that they need to do.